right, callers on hold. Stand by. We have Joe Thomas, Jupiter Joe Thomas in studio. How you doing, Joe?
Great, doing great.
You know, I highlight the Jupiter, and before we get into what we're going to talk about is, you know, this is something I've learned in life long ago. If you want to be successful at something, you want to find somebody who's successful at what you want to be successful at and do what they're doing. And when it comes to financial advice, you want to take advice from someone who's based in Jupiter, Florida, because Tiger Woods lives there, Don Jr., and a lot of very wealthy people live in Jupiter, and that you want to take financial advice from people that are successful. That's why I highlight that it's Jupiter Joe Thomas. And it also makes it easy to remember your website, jupiterjoe.com.
That's right.
But, you know, and we want to talk about annuities. A lot of people have 401ks, money markets. People still do CDs?
They do, because the rates have gone up.
Okay.
But they're coming down.
Okay, I didn't know CDs were still a thing.
Yeah.
IRAs and all kinds of things. And, you know, with the Federal Reserve, with interest rates, I didn't realize until you were just telling me during the break how that impacts 401ks, IRAs, CDs, and all of these things.
Yeah, fixed rates are coming down significantly. And we're getting calls every day where they were getting 5% and they're going to get 4%, they're going to get 3%. You know, people have very short memories. And 2 years ago, you know, pre-pandemic, you were getting 0.5% on your money market, you know, 1% on your CDs. Now you're a retirement genius because you're getting 5%, but it's going to be going down, Brian, significantly.
Well, people that are retired, they depend on that money.
They do.
So if it goes down 1 or 2 points, they're in trouble.
Well, think about this. How do you keep up with inflation when inflation was 9%? Even if it's 5% and you're getting 2 or 3, you're losing money.
Yeah.
You know, and we were talking off mic about how the tax deferral of an annuity can help you reduce taxes. Therefore, you make more money, you know?
You know, a lot of people, when they're retired, they find out all of a sudden they don't have that many tax deductions.
True.
You know, so that helps them with that.
True. And we were talking off mic about Social Security and Medicare, how it kind of keeps people down. You need something else to give you extra income. And that's what these annuities do. They really provide income for you.
You can never have enough income streams.
No.
And you know, when people plan for because I've told you this many times, a lot of guys I know, they're retiring now. You know, they're cops, they're firefighters, and their whole retirement is based around whatever their expenses are. But they don't factor in what prices are going to be in 5 or 10 years.
Yeah, everything's going up, unfortunately. And, you know, we've had conversations on my own show where we talk about how prices go up because of inflation. Unfortunately, they don't come down right away. It's going to take time, you know?
Yeah, and when you're retired, you're older. How much time? You don't have time to sit around and wait for the prices to come down. You want to enjoy life, and you know your wife wants to get her hair done. You want to go golfing. That's not inexpensive,
right? And you know, it's funny you mentioned that about talking about things going up and down. That's what I correlate with the market. There's nothing wrong with being in the market. It's good to have some of your money in the market. I always talk about that. Put a percentage in the market, but put a percentage in safety so you don't risk all your money all the time. And unfortunately, Brian, that's what most people do with their 401ks every day. They risk all their money all the time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. For the benefit, by the way, of your employer or your former employer, not so much you. But, you know, you were talking to me about during the break, and, you know, all these numbers is, you know, I don't understand this stuff. That's what your job is to understand it. But you were talking about guaranteed interest rate for the first year with a particular type of annuity, including one that has a bonus.
Right. Bonuses are big. People like to boost their retirement savings. So, you know, the banks don't do this for you.
What does that mean, boost your retirement savings?
So you get a bonus up front. It's a starting bonus, a signing bonus. So
with an annuity.
With an annuity. So we can give you, and we have many of these, we get 10% up front. Now, some of them are liquid where you can take it right away. Some of them where you have to wait 10 years to get it. We know all the ins and outs and the tricks of those.
No, slow down. I like all this stuff because that sounds like almost like free money. So you buy and it's like you're signing a contract with a sports team. You get an annuity and you get a signing bonus. How does that work?
So day one, they'll give you 10% on your money.
Get out of town.
Let's say you put $100,000 in. Your new balance is $110,000. It's a death benefit.
Get out of town.
It's a living benefit. You can take money out at the end of 12 months. You can take that 10% and stick it in your pocket and still have your original investment.
Really?
Yes. And we can either index it to the market, like an index, the S&P 500, or we can go fixed with it. And you'll earn another 3 or 4%.
Okay, so the 100,000 is easy number to understand.
Yep.
You get a bonus. Your 100,000, you get 110,000. You get a bonus.
Yep.
But that 10,000, you can do whatever you want with it.
You can do whatever you want. But the nice thing is you're earning interest on that money in the market. But guess what? Because it's an indexed annuity, there's no risk. If the market goes up, your money goes up. If the market goes down, you stay where you were. You don't lose a penny.
That's amazing.
Yep. Well, it's an insurance product, not a financial product, not a security. Securities and insurance are two different things. And that's what people say, well, how can you do that? Well, insurance companies can do things your bank and your broker can't do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it sounds like a win-win for me. And, we talk a lot about these 401ks. If someone has a money market, a CD, an IRA, we know you can help people get their money out of their 401k, even if it's with a former employer, it's no problem. How does it work if somebody has a CD, money market, or IRA? How do they get that money into an annuity?
So we can just transfer it. Same thing. We have transfer forms that do everything. One signature and we get the money for you. And we help you coordinate that.
You do.
We do all the work for you.
You just have to sign the form, and you take care of it.
Exactly. Or you can get us a check cut from your bank, whatever you want. Well, we can work any way. You can get it wired to us any way you want it.
So it's effortless on your part.
Yep.
Well, that sounds absolutely amazing. And, guaranteed income for life. Your money is not at risk. Tax-deferred growth. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because anything that is tax-deferred sounds great to me.
So this is the key to building wealth in this country, which most people really don't know about, unfortunately. Tax deferral means you pay tax later. So you're earning interest on your money that's not being taxed. That's the secret to wealth. The wealthy people, and look, I've worked with rich people my entire life as my career, okay? And the way they've always made money is by not paying taxes. That's why you hear Warren Buffett doesn't pay taxes. He pays less taxes than his secretary. The reason being he takes loans against his stock instead, and a loan is not taxable. So it's about reducing taxes. It's so important, Brian.
That's an interest. And of course, if you're wealthy, Jupiter Joe, you have a lot of wealthy clients, and you're welcome to call. But people that are middle class, upper middle class, with this, they can actually do what the Warren Buffetts do, what the Bill Gates do. They can have their money making money for them.
Exactly. You're making money on your money that you would normally be paying taxes on.
It's insane.
Yeah, and you're also, by the way, we are daily compounded of interest. You're earning interest on your interest. This is how the rich get rich. Now, most of our clients, I would say 90% of our clients are middle-class people, just like me and you. They're just looking to get ahead. They're trying to put something away for later on. And one piece of advice, don't take advice from people that don't have money. Too many.
That's exactly right. That's what I tell you. That's why it's a Jupiter.
So many people go out and they go, well, where'd you get this information? Oh, my buddy told me. Well, what does he do? Whatever. This is one of the reasons I wrote my book, Retirement No-Nos, because the client was taking advice from her new son-in-law.
Oh, my goodness.
Who was an auto mechanic. Now, I have nothing against auto mechanics. I said to her, how did he give you this information? Oh, he Googled it.
Oh, no.
And that's unfortunately what people do today. So you got to get some advice from professionals, and that's what I do for people.
Well, this sounds like a win-win for everyone. Give Joe Thomas a call. It's a no-charge consultation. Now, one thing I want you to talk about here briefly, Joe, because I think this is important. Everybody's situation is different. People have different amounts of money. People have different goals. They have different dreams and all. You'll put together, when someone calls you, you go over everything, you'll run the numbers and give them a custom proposal. How does that work, and what kind of information are you giving them?
So first, it's age-based. So we find out your age. We find out when you want to retire. Let's say you're 65 and you want to retire at 70, or you're 50 and you want to retire at 65. We find out your age. We find out your goals. Is it income? Is it growth? Are you passing assets to your family? We take all that into account, and then we put out a proposal to you showing you exactly how to accomplish that. And guess what it costs you, Brian? Nothing.
There you go. And I imagine a lot of people, they're my age, and they're like, okay, I don't need any income for 10 years.
Right.
And that's, you can help with that too.
Sure. Yeah, that's the perfect example.
Yeah, that's great. Well, listen, if you plan on retiring, if you're already retired, give Joe Thomas a call. It is a no-charge consultation, no matter where you are. His number, 561-743-0999, 561-743-0999, and online, jupiterjoe.com. That's jupiterjoe.com. Can I keep this sheet you gave me? Absolutely.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, Joe, take care. It's good to see you. Next time we talk, Donald Trump will be president again.
I hope so.
Yeah, all right.